neighbor who got on your last nerve? I know you have. We all have. For some, though, that neighbor can be a constant fly in the ointment. One that annoys you, makes your life an absolute nightmare. And when that happens, a backyard brawl is coming. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on another team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Can't get him to the ground. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. The Panthers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front 7 even get a finger on that guy.
Red pass, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Hit right back to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Pitt!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Ready to fire from the pistol. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You see all this movement in football now, all this stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. The throw. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
3rd down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Pitt pushing the pace. They'll send the back in motion. Snap in the shotgun. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Wide receiver comes in motion. Now on the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Walters. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. So many rivalries built on proximity, and Pitt and West Virginia have been squaring off in their backyard since 1895.
And it's just crazy to think about. A rivalry that goes that far back, so close to each other, it means so much for a year of bragging rights, Palmer.
Well, and the hate started in 1895, and every single year, every time these two teams play, you just see that on the field.
The Mountaineers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Sends it back in motion. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. Oh, what a move to get open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
First down, West Virginia.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stop just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
To the air on second down. Right on the money. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Panthers.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They are up by 7 over UCLA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off play action on first down. Got a man. It's Walters. There he goes. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Mountaineers will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking left. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. A first down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Got his man on the right.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it around. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Hit right back to the line. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense defense is set up. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Fighting off the defender. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Here's the hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Going right to work up top. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Vasquez. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. To the air on 1st down. He's going to run it. Got the first himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Vasquez. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It is perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Walters. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll leave it with him. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Continuing to turn and move him forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
First down, West Virginia.
And the Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Harris. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
First down, West Virginia.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Bring in the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do with.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And here they come, almost all the way back. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here comes the option. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be
turning it on. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Pitt pushing the pace.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Sprinting away. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Hail to Pitt as the Panthers extend their lead in the brawl.
And Pitt has completely seized momentum. Everything seems to be going their way, so West Virginia needs something to go right for them to slow this down.
They got to start throwing back. It's the backyard brawl. It's not. They got to do something about this and muck it up, dirty it up, make a play here in this second half to try to get back in this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Walters. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Motion from the back. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Mountaineers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback moving. Lets it fly. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He'll try to take it back.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
To have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Got room on the return. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell. But good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Mountaineer. And the comeback is on. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Gets the back moving. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. trying to keep the drive alive. They'll make the stop right there, but Pittsburgh moves the chains, and they have a first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll go with a direct snap. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Snap it to the back. Finds a little space. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
How about this defense? They needed to come up with a big stop, and they did. Great job trailing late in this football game, probably forcing the punt here, and a chance to set up your offense with great field position, and they need a score.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It was the first college football game ever broadcast on the radio and across all manner of airwaves in this one. It is Pitt who emerges victorious in the Backyard Brawl. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.